Okay, welcome back. We are now starting part 4, our final segment for the Youth-Led FactFed Annual Conference from Project Prevent. With our REACH theme, we are now at the letter H, which stands for help. And we want to talk to you guys about how you can help others reach their goals, whether that be helping them stay tobacco-free so that they can excel in a sport, at playing an instrument, or just in as far as their grades and getting into a good school or a career, and just helping them stay out of trouble, right? But then we also want to spend a lot of time talking about how you can help people quit, whether that be adults that you know, whether that's family members, your parents, your grandparents, or if that's friends of yours. And maybe you have some classmates and some friends, maybe teammates that you need to reach out to help them be able to end their nicotine addiction. So we're going to start with a couple of our friends that are from the Arkansas Tobacco Education Initiative. This is Scout Simmons and Jocelyn Lowry, and they've prepared a presentation for you guys to really focus on quitting. After we hear from Scout and Jocelyn, we will have our final piece of the Be Vape Free virtual field trip, and then a couple other things that I want to discuss with you guys. But Scout and Jocelyn are going to lead you through a presentation that will really help you when it comes to talking to people that you know and care about, to talk to them about how they can quit. There's lots of great resources that are out there, we've mentioned before, on the Project Prevent website, but also there's even some more things and tips and things that they share with you to help you, whether you're talking to someone your own age or you're talking to an adult, but again, to do it in the most positive and effective way. So let's start with our presentation from Scout and Jocelyn. And I'll get that pulled up.
Hello, and thank you guys for joining the Next Generation Summit. My name is Scout Simmons, and I'm the Health Promotions Coordinator with the Arkansas Tobacco Education Initiative. My coworker Jocelyn Lowry and I have prepared this next segment for you. So let's talk. I'm going to be going over Act 811, Secondhand Smoke, how to help family members and friends quit smoking, and then resources to help you do so. Act 811 is the Arkansas Protection from Secondhand Smoke for Children Act. And I know that's a lot, so that's why we just call it Act 811. So originally known as Act 13 in 2006, this law only protected children 6 years and under weighing less than 60 pounds from secondhand smoke in vehicles. The law later changed in 2011 to raise the age limit to 14, and Arkansas was the first state in the nation to implement the smoke-free car law, which is a good thing, so kudos Arkansas. We got different states on board after we implemented the law, like California, Louisiana, and others, and now 73% of children in Arkansas are protected with this new law. So what is secondhand smoke? Secondhand smoke is also known as passive smoking, and what it is the inhalation of smoke involuntarily from the smoke of others. According to the CDC, there is not risk-free safety level for the exposure of secondhand smoke, so no level of secondhand smoke is okay. It stays in the air for 4 hours, and it can get into pretty much anything: your clothes, furniture, vehicles, carpet, you name it. Secondhand smoke contains more than 7,000 chemicals. I'll say that again. Secondhand smoke contains more than 7,000 chemicals, which is a lot, you guys, with 70 of those known to cause cancer. If you look at the picture to the right, you can see what this one cigarette contains. Just imagine all the things that a smoker is inhaling. So the do's and don'ts of helping a parent or guardian quit smoking. Which I know can be a hard conversation to have with your loved one, but it's something that will benefit you and them in the long run. So always tell a parent or guardian how you feel. As a smoker, they may not know how important it is to you that they quit or that it even bothers you. So if it's a problem, you need to let them know. What you shouldn't do is harass a parent about smoking. Nagging or repeating the same thing will lessen the chances of them quitting. No one wants to be talked at, they want to be talked with. The second thing that you could do is ask questions. Always ask questions, but listen to what they have to say. It's important to know that a smoker wants to be heard, just like you want to be heard. So if you want to know why they smoke or how long they've been smoking, ask those questions and be open about it and listen. What you shouldn't do is disregard their feelings once the question is answered. Deciding on quitting is a big change, so it is an addiction and they need to know that you care. Third thing to do is try to be a helping hand. Most smokers are stressed, and stress is a major role in parents willing to quit. So things such as helping with meals, chores around the house will help reduce that stress. One thing that you should not do is do not throw away things such as lighters, cigarettes, ashtrays, those things that your parent or guardian may have as their smoking supplies. They will quit when they're ready, so respect their property. So here are some facts for parents or guardians. Children who are exposed to secondhand smoke are at risk for lower respiratory infections such as asthma, ear infections, pneumonia, slow lung growth, or sudden infant death syndrome. Studies show that nearly half of the children in the US are exposed to secondhand smoke every day, and adults are continuously exposed to cigarette toxins are at high risk for cancer. Nearly half of the children in the US are exposed to cigarette smoke every day. That's a lot. Leading cancers for those exposed to smoking are cervical cancer, bladder cancer, kidney cancer, pancreatic cancer, and mouth cancer. These are important facts for you guys to give to your parents or guardians. So make the choice to quit. Our quit line is Be Well Arkansas. You can follow our website at www.bewellarkansas.org. The phone numbers are listed below, and they have lines for English and Spanish. This is very resourceful. It has guides with different steps to take. We have smoke-free text apps and quit line counselors that will be able to assist you on things that you may need. So everything is pretty much there for you to quit, whether they have it or they can direct you to someone that can help you with what you need. Be Well Arkansas is a great option to help you or a parent or guardian quit. So if you have questions about anything that was on the slides or said, or questions about resources, please reach out to Jocelyn. She would be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Her email is listed below. Easy to remember, just first name, last name @lung.org. So this next section is going to be over how to talk to your friends about how to quit smoking. I know that speaking to your parents may be a little bit less awkward than speaking to a friend about how to quit smoking, but hopefully these steps make it easier. So step 1, tell your friend how much you want them to stop smoking and ask what made them start smoking. Once you understand why your friend is smoking, you'll be better equipped to help your friend stop. Keep in mind that nagging, criticism, and preaching are not helpful and often result in both sides feeling angry. Just like Jocelyn had said when talking with your parents, no one wants to be nagged at. So this is very important. Think about if someone said, "You're on the phone too much." Your immediate response is going to be, "No, I'm not." Nagging and criticism make people defensive, and that will shut down a conversation 100% of the time. If you talk to your friend about smoking, it has to be from a place of concern and understanding, and the conversation has to be open and not accusing. So step 2, discuss concerns. Everyone knows the long-term effects of smoking: lung cancer, heart disease, COPD, the cancers that Jocelyn went over, but discuss with your friend what they might not know, so how smoking affects them currently, and examples are bad breath, makes your clothes and hair smell, turns your teeth and fingers yellow, which nobody wants, harms athletic performance, costs a bunch of money, slows skin's ability to heal acne, which tobacco and nicotine slow your body's ability to heal wounds, and acne is a wound, and so it's going to take your body longer to heal it, and it's going to stay on your face longer. So e-cigarettes, same thing, cause nicotine dependence, trouble concentrating, oral sores or sore throat, and again, a bunch of money. To put the price of smoking in perspective, if you smoked 1 Juul pot a day for a year, it would cost you about $1,825 and even more for a pack of cigarettes a day. You're managing to come up with that much money a year. So imagine if you put aside the $5 a day or more that you spend on smoking and use it to treat yourself at the end of the year. You could get actual things like a new iPhone, things that you don't just smoke away and have nothing to show for it at the end of the year. So know how to spend your money, because that's not it. So step 3, seek support. If your friend is interested in quitting, tell them to seek support. A tobacco cessation specialist can give your friend the tools and support they need to stop smoking. Some local organizations offer stop smoking resources for teens and young adults. Web-based programs can support your friend whenever he or she needs it. Here are some organizations and examples of local groups that can help, as well as online quitting resources. So obviously, Project Prevent Youth Coalition, Be Well Arkansas, which Jocelyn covered a little bit earlier, the Truth Initiative, Get Help Quitting, that's a website. Smoke Free Teen, smokefree.gov, and CDC are all websites that you can use that have quit plans, online counselors, phone counselors, quitting resources. So, there are trained professionals out there that can help your friend, or if your friend doesn't want to talk to an adult, they can use those online resources that I described. Or with Be Well Arkansas, they can call and speak to someone over the phone. The main thing is just absolutely encourage your friend to get support, because tobacco and nicotine is an addiction and it's hard to break, and they're going to need the help. So step 4, make a plan. Your friend may think that they can stop anytime, but research shows that that is not true. Making a quit plan is the best way to be set up for success when stopping tobacco or nicotine. As previously shown, there are many quit plan resources out there for young adults. The following slides are an example of a quit plan that you could encourage your friend to make, or that you could help your friend to make. So this is smokefree.gov. Here is the quit vaping plan, but if you look at Smoke Free Teen up here, there's Become Smoke Free, The Risk of Tobacco, Tobacco Triggers. They have similar plans for quitting smokeless tobacco and for quitting cigarettes. So if we look at it, you're at the vaping plan. So 6 steps to get a personalized quit plan. Start now, and all these are totally free. So you choose a quit date. It has tips for you at the bottom. Then it has a calculator. You can see how much you spend on vaping. And these are just really great resources. Like I said, they have still all the sites that I referenced in the previous slide have similar programs and have these same things for all types of tobacco and nicotine. So now I'm going to go over an example quit plan that you could make with your friend if they'd like to do that. They may want to do this on their own, so be sure to ask. So make a plan. Step 1, know your reasons. Ask your friend to think about why he or she wants to stop smoking. That list can help your friend stay motivated when temptation arises. Make a plan. Step 2, set a quit date. Help your friend choose a date to stop smoking. Research has shown that when you set a concrete quit date, you're more likely to quit. Whereas if you say, well, I'll quit next week. No, you're going to keep pushing that date back and back and back until eventually you're like, well, maybe I'm not going to quit anymore. So set a concrete date, whether it's you that's wanting to quit or you're helping your friend. Make sure to say, I'm quitting Monday, I'm quitting tomorrow, or this afternoon. Make a plan. Step 3, avoid temptation. Encourage your friend to avoid people, places, and activities that he or she links with smoking. So if your friend says, well, Friday nights, I usually hang out here with these people and they all vape or smoke, and I don't think I'm able to be around it without partaking yet. You could offer to hang out with that friend instead on Fridays. Just offer supportive alternatives. And so make sure to be there and help them with their temptations. Make a plan. Step 4, be prepared for cravings. Remind your friend that if they can hold out long enough, usually just a few minutes, the nicotine craving will pass. Suggest taking a few deep breaths or taking a walk, sugarless gum, a mint, carrot sticks, apples, anything that they enjoy that are good options to keep their mouth busy until that craving passes. And the last step, step 5, provide encouragement. Your friend will need encouragement to quit. Remember that it is a hard process and all success needs to be celebrated. If they come to you and they say, it's been 5 days without a Juul, it's been 5 days without a cigarette, don't be like, well, that's not even a full week, so not that impressive. Say, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You're amazing. Let's celebrate and go ball out at Chick-fil-A. Just make sure to support them and provide as much encouragement for every small achievement along the way. Also, make sure they know that it's okay to slip up. If that happens, remind them how far they've come and encourage them to try again because it's absolutely worth it. So this next slide is for school staff. I want to take a minute to share about the American Lung Association's new In-Depth program. So In-Depth is the American Lung Association's intervention for nicotine dependence, education, prevention, tobacco, and health program. In-Depth is a forward-thinking alternative to suspension or citation for tobacco use, including e-cigarettes. In-Depth addresses the teen vaping epidemic in a more supportive way. So instead of giving a kid detention for smoking, this program actually addresses the problem by making them participate in a cessation program versus detention. It is an interactive program that teaches students about nicotine dependence, establishing healthy alternatives, and making the change to be free of all tobacco products, including e-cigarettes. It was released this year, and so far, the results have been 60% of student participants reported that they were willing to quit using tobacco products after completing the program, which I can tell you is definitely a higher percentage than when a child gets detention. In-Depth is led by a trained adult, either one-on-one or in a group setting. It can be online or in person. Facilitator training is available online and it's free. It includes access to downloadable resources and guides. It has everything that you would need. It makes it so easy to be a facilitator. And I would be there if you had any questions. So please contact me if you or another staff member would be interested in implementing this program at your school. It is a great program and I would love, love, love to help you get it started. So here is my contact, scout.simmons@lung.org. If you have any questions about the slides that were mentioned, or like I said, if you're interested in implementing this program, call me and we can just talk about it. Like I said, it's great. And scout.simmons@lung.org, that's my email. Maybe Laura can send it out. But just thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that you got something out of it and have a great day. Here are my sources.
Okay, great information from Scout and Jocelyn from Arkansas Tobacco Education Initiative. Again, we're kind of still hearing some of those same things, the addiction, the causes that it can harm the brain, and how, just this nicotine addiction can affect your lives. But then again, just great resources for being able to quit or help someone quit. And all of the websites and things that Scout mentioned, Smoke Free Teen, the Truth Initiative, all of this can be found on the Project Prevent website, projectpreventar.org. If you click the tab at the top that says resources, there's an entire section devoted to quitting resources. Okay, so let's move to our last piece of our Be Vape Free virtual field trip. We've talked a lot about what the harmful effects of tobacco and nicotine, and how to stop or how to help someone quit. But we also want to talk about not ever starting to begin with. And if you talk to anyone, whether they have smoked for 20 years or, like I said, vaped for maybe just a few months, they can probably tell you that they started when they were very young, and oftentimes that's because of peer pressure. So this section addresses peer pressure and really talks about having a plan in place before someone ever even approaches you to ask you if you would like to use any of these products. So you kind of already have your exit strategy planned. Here we go.
Did you know that peer pressure is one of the main reasons people start vaping? Let's hear from other teens who stood up against the pressure to vape with stories of how they said no.
Hi, my name is Patricia Stepnick, and I'm with the Catch My Breath program. Let's break down how each of these students stood tall, said no, and set an example on how to lead a vape-free life.
So the first time I was confronted with a vape, it was in middle school, my 8th grade year. This kid came up to me in class and he said, "Oh, do you want a vape?" And I was like, I'm good, like I don't want to. And so the day after that, he started offering to me and I was like, I don't want to do it, like don't push it on me, like I'm good. And when he saw that I was serious about like me not vaping, he was like, okay, let me just cool off about it. But like it kind of bothered me because like if I said no the first time, why would he try to still push it on me?
Emily's refusal was simple and strong. By simply saying no, she got her point across that she did not want to try an e-cigarette. If you are ever found in the same situation, stand tall, be strong, and simply say no.
So this one time, my friend came up to me asking if I wanted to hit from a disposable. I said no because I don't care what people think, and well, if he doesn't want to be my friend because of that, then he's not really my friend.
By knowing and valuing his self-worth, Kyle was able to express his expectations for friendship. He didn't let somebody else shame him for his decision regarding e-cigarettes. He made a plan to go out and find friends that would support and value his decisions to live an e-cigarette-free life. If you find yourself in a similar situation, don't let anybody else bring you down because you want to live a healthy and vape-free life.
I myself have never been put in a situation where there's been peer pressure for me to use these products, but I've thought about scenarios in my head where I would simply tell the person no. I tend to steer clear of any situations where I would be put in that situation in the first place. If there is any sort of group that is going to plan on vaping, I would just not tend to hang out with that group. Or if I have a friend that is planning on going to a party where there's going to be vaping involved, I would try my best to talk them out of it to where they wouldn't have to go to the party in the first place.
Blake has thoughtful and pre-planned exit strategies if ever put in a situation where he's offered an e-cigarette. He's taken it one step further and avoided situations altogether where he might be offered to vape. If you find yourself in a situation where you might be offered an e-cigarette, think of ways to get out of it. It's okay to pre-plan your exit strategy. Leaving a party earlier or not hanging out with people that might offer you an e-cigarette is a great strategy to live a vape-free life.
I had already learned the harmful effects about vaping, and when I was offered a Juul pod from my friend, I was offended, and obviously my answer was no. And after I said no, he never asked me ever again. And ever since that day that he asked me, I was more cautious about what I was going to say to people when they would offer me. But everyone knows that my answer is always going to be no, because I'm very against it, because I know the long-term effects of it, and I don't want to put that inside my body.
Lizbeth prepared herself with the health consequences of using an e-cigarette when forming her pre-planned refusal skills and exit strategies. Without hesitation, she was able to simply say no. She thought ahead to other situations where she might be offered an e-cigarette and planned additional ways to get out of the situation. If you think that you might ever be put in a situation where you're offered an e-cigarette, prepare yourself with the health, social, and legal consequences of vaping to help inform your exit and refusal strategies.
Well, that wraps up the Be Vape Free virtual field trip. We'd like to extend a sincere thanks to Catch Global Foundation and the CVS Health Foundation. We'd also like to thank Lisbeth Figueroa, Dr. Garth Graham, Patricia Stepnick, Logan Nelson from the Truth Initiative, and especially all of the students who shared their stories. For more information about Be Vape Free, go to bevapefree.org.
Okay, I hope that you guys have enjoyed those Be Vape Free virtual field trips. I think those are great short videos Possibly you can use them, teachers in your classroom, or if you are a Project Prevent chapter and you're looking to provide some education for other students in your school or your after school program, then maybe you can use these as well. Of course, you can find them on the Catch website, but we'll have them loaded on our YouTube channel as well. So I really think that those were valuable. I hope that you did too. The peer pressure piece, I think, is important for you to always kind of have that reason why and have it ready to go. And this is something that we talk about a lot. Of course, we want you to be able to say no with confidence, but really, why is it important for you to say no to using these products? Is it because you don't want to be kicked off of whatever sports team or cheer or dance? Is it because if you're found out by your parents, you might lose your phone? If you're suspended, what might happen to you? So just keep that in mind. Have that reason that is important to you to be able to say no. So that wraps up our REACH theme from this year's Youth-Led FactFed Annual Conference. And we did cover each letter: relationships, how you can reach your family and friends; e-cigarettes and vaping. We were able to reach the truth through some videos with our local doctor here in Little Rock, Dr. O'Neill, and then of course Dr. Hawk and Jennifer Kofer from MD Anderson. We talked about your action steps. What's your reach? If you're part of a chapter, a Project Prevent chapter, a RAD team, a SWAG team, if you're just students that are interested in reaching out and taking action against some of these awful advertisements and things that you see on social media. You reach your potential through chapters. If you are not part of a Project Prevent chapter, find out if there is one at your school, or maybe there's one at your local Boys and Girls Club or a church youth group. You can also start a chapter. It only takes 5 students and an advisor, one adult that's willing to act as the advisor, to start a chapter, and you can register your chapter on the Project Prevent website under the tab that says Get Involved. That way we'll start sending you emails and information about upcoming events and things that we do. And then you can also join as an individual. If you don't have enough students to create a chapter, you can also become involved by just joining the Project Prevent Youth Coalition as an individual. And then, of course, we just wrapped up Help to help others reach their goals. So I really hope that this was useful to you all. Before we go, we have a couple other things I wanted to cover, and we need to take our post-test. So again, if you have pencil and paper, you want to write these down, or if you can remember what you answered at the beginning, hopefully if you did get any of these wrong at the beginning of our conference, I'm hoping that you'll be able to get them right now. So let's start with number 1. Nicotine causes someone who vapes to become addicted to e-cigarettes. True or false? Nicotine causes someone who vapes to become addicted to e-cigarettes. We know now that that is absolutely true. Nicotine is the addictive agent that is in vape, which is also in regular cigarettes and dip or chew as well. Number 2, e-cigarette vapor is mostly flavored water. We know now that it is not flavored water. Our Be Vape Free field trip, the physician on that video said it actually contains no water at all. It's an aerosol. It's a liquid turned into an aerosol. So e-cigarette vapor is not mostly flavored water. That is false. Number 3, most e-cigarettes, including Juul, contain nicotine. True or false? Yes, that is true. One of the videos mentioned that some products that claim to not have any nicotine still tested positive for small amounts of nicotine. That is what makes it addictive, and the companies that sell them know that that is what will keep you buying more. Number 4, toxic chemicals in e-cigarettes have been linked to cancer, heart disease, and lung disease. True or false? The toxic chemicals, we talked about formaldehyde, lots of different chemicals. We know that that is true. They have been linked to cancer, heart disease, and lung disease. Remember, we talked about EVALI. And last, number 5, vaping does not lead someone to start smoking regular cigarettes. True or false? Vaping does not lead someone to start smoking regular cigarettes. We know now that that is false. In fact, those that vape are 4 times more likely to start smoking regular cigarettes in as little time as possibly 18 months, just a year and a half. I hope that you guys, like I said, if you did get any of those incorrect in the beginning, I hope that you were able to get them all right now. You are working to arm yourself with the facts so that you can become a youth leader as well with our youth-led, fact-fed motto. I do want to mention our website once again. Any of the information that was covered today can be found on our website, projectpreventar.org. If you see the arrows pointing to these tabs at the top, that's where you can find who we are, what we do, get involved, news, events, and resources. Lots and lots of great information on our website. You can also follow us on social media at Project Prevent AR. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and we also have a YouTube channel. Some upcoming events that we have every year. Ready, Set, Record is going on now, and you saw a short video for that. That's for grades 7th through 12th, where you can create a 30-second video explaining why it's important for you to live tobacco-free, how you can reach others. We're following the REACH theme throughout all of our projects this year, and you can find more information about that, of course, on our website, as well as My Reason to Write and Drawing for a Difference. Those will start in the spring. My Reason to Write is an essay contest for grades 4th through 6th. Drawing for a Difference, which is brand new this year, will be an art contest for kindergarten through 3rd. There'll be great prizes. In the past, for My Reason to Write, we've provided prizes like laptops and tablets. Last year, we did some Nintendo Switches. We've done Beats headphones. So we do really great prizes for these. So you want to get involved and, of course, promote it. If you are not in that age range, promote it at your school or at your church or after school program. And then remember Trivia Tuesdays every Tuesday on our Instagram story. So follow us and answer those trivia questions correctly, and you may be able to win a prize as well. And then we're really hoping that we'll be back at the Arkansas Travelers Kids Days in April. They're great friends of ours, and we just really enjoy doing that. And hopefully we'll be able to get back to that this year as well. So we can't thank you enough. Stephanie and I are available to answer any of your questions, take your calls. Please reach out to us. I'm Laura Taylor. Stephanie Bell is our communications coordinator. Here's our emails and our phone numbers. And we are so thankful that even given, the challenges that we've had in 2020, that we were still able to deliver the Youth-Led Fact-Fed Annual Conference in combination with the Next Generation Youth Summit. We're really thankful that you guys were able to still participate and be with us today, even if it's virtual and through a series of recordings. We're so thankful that you guys took that time to spend with us. We also have some of our very special friends that would like to say thank you as well. And they prepared a short video for you. And before I play this too, I do want to add, if you've watched all 4 parts of our conference series here, and you have not received your REACH t-shirt, if you can see mine, please contact myself or Stephanie, and we'll send you a short evaluation to complete. And once you've completed that evaluation, we can put a shirt in the mail to you if you've not already gotten one. All right, so again, we can't thank you guys enough. You are not only, like Ms. Joyce said, not only the future, you're the present, and we're so thankful to be able to work with all of you. And again, a few of our other friends want to say thank you as well.
Hi, I'm Marisha DiCarlo, Vice President of Community Engagement, Advocacy, and Health here at Arkansas Children's. On behalf of Arkansas Children's, I want to thank you for your important work with tobacco and nicotine prevention.
On behalf of Arkansas Children's Northwest, we say thank you for championing children by promoting tobacco prevention and cessation.
On behalf of the Arkansas Minority Health Commission, I would like to thank you for all that you're doing to reduce the burden of tobacco use in young people.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Lindy Boland, Director of Oral Health with the Arkansas Department of Health. I'd like to take this time to thank you for your outreach in the community to reach the young people and talk about the negative effects of tobacco, whether it's tobacco use, smokeless tobacco, or vaping products, that these are poor health alternatives. Keep doing your good job and educate these young people so they don't start down the road to ruin. Thank you so very much for your dedication.
Hi, I'm Trina Mitchell, Executive Director for the Arkansas Cancer Coalition. And on behalf of the Arkansas Cancer Coalition, I just want to thank and congratulate the Project Prevent students for all that you're doing to reduce the burden of tobacco amongst young people. As you know, tobacco companies are always looking for a replacement, and we don't want you to be that replacement. So again, thank you for all your hard work. We're right behind you, and we thank you again for helping us reduce the burden of tobacco and cancer in Arkansas.
Hey Travelers fans, we're here at Dickey-Stephens Park with our friends from Project Prevent, and we want to say thank you to all the students of Project Prevent for their work in prevention of tobacco and nicotine. Keep up the good work. Go Travs!
Hello, I'm Joyce Rayner, Executive Director for the Center for Healing Hearts and Spirits and the CCAA Tobacco Free Coalition. I would like to thank you, tobacco youth advocates, for joining the RAD movement, for rising above alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, and other drugs. Way to go.
On behalf of the Arkansas Chronic Disease Coordinating Council, thank you guys for everything you do to reduce tobacco use in Arkansas. Great job.
Hello, everyone. This is Hayes Miller, your handsome prevention consultant. I want to thank all of the students, all of the parents, all of the teachers who are committed to being drug-free, especially all of you students. Continue to be drug-free. I want to thank you. Great job. Keep it up. Yeah!